What's going on, friends? What's going on, family? You're watching Sports Talk with D. Watts. You're my favorite. You got to do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Will you do that for me? All right. Oh, man, I got something going on in the background. Let me fix this right quick. Hold on, y'all. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Forgive me on that one. That was on me. All right, let's get into it. Want to say hello to everybody out there, and especially the people in the chat. Appreciate you tonight. That's a 30-minute show, and we finna get it off, all right, let's get into it. The Cleveland Browns have hired their new coach, Todd Monken. Todd Monken is coming from the Baltimore Ravens. He served as the Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator. He coached there for 3 years up under the former head coach, John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh got the head coaching job of the New York Giants. Todd Monken were responsible for the offensive side of the ball for the Baltimore Ravens. Like I said, he was the offensive coordinator for Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson won a MVP up under Todd Monken's offense. And also, you got to keep in mind, Todd Monken was the offensive coordinator for the University of Georgia, who won the national championship when he was there. Matter of fact, he won 2. So this hire for the Cleveland Browns wasn't my favorite choice, wasn't my number one choice. But I must say, it was a good choice. You know why it was a good choice? Because offensive side of the ball. You got to look at the offensive side of the ball. Where did the Cleveland Browns look bad at this past year up under Kevin Stefanski and Tommy Rees? The offensive side of the ball. If you add Todd Monken to the offensive side of the ball this year, with the quarterback room that he got, mainly Shedeur Sanders, and we can't forget Deshaun Watson nor Dylan Gabriel, the offensive side going to be all right. Now, I do understand that the defensive coordinator right now, Swayze, upset, probably saying he done cleared out his locker, he done cleared out his office. He don't want to be the defensive coordinator because he's been with the team for at least 3 years, right? I don't know how I feel about that. Because initially, to me, when they got rid of Kevin Stefanski, I thought, this just me now, I wanted them to get rid of everybody. Yeah. Everybody that came with Kevin Stefanski, I wanted them gone. So Jim came with Kevin Stefanski. The special team coach, Bubba Detrone, he came too. Tommy Rees came too. Well, it's been reported that Bubba is out of the building. We know Tommy Rees gone, now that Jim gone, right? Now it's up to Todd Monken to bring his staff. And he already done hit a home run already. You see, the hiring of this head coach, Todd Monken, it put a damper on the New York Giants head coach because he thought Todd Monken was coming with him. No. Todd Monken said, no, I'd rather coach Shedeur than your guy in New York City. Yeah. And guess what? Todd Monken is bringing the offensive line coach with him from Baltimore. See, Jim Harbaugh thought he was going to get the whole side of the Baltimore Ravens offensive side with Todd Monken. But Todd Monken looked like he's going to bring everybody from the offensive side to Cleveland. Once again, here we go right here. I'm going to get to the comments in a few minutes. Let me get this off. All right. Todd Monken's first move is right here. This is his first move. The offensive line coach. That's what he done did already out the gate. Ain't no guessing. What did the Cleveland Browns look bad at? The offensive line. They are bringing the offensive line coach right here. George Warhawk. He's been an offensive line coach in the NFL since 1996, spanning different teams like the Rams, Arizona, the Cowboys, the 49ers, Buccaneers, Jaguars, Texans, and even the Browns. He was with the Browns in 2009 and to 2013. He was with them. And now he's coming back to the Cleveland Browns. That's a big hire for their offensive line. And don't be surprised. Don't be surprised that this new head coach doesn't bring the Baltimore Ravens wide receiver coach, running back coach, tight end coach, everybody on that offensive line side of the ball from Baltimore going to end up in Cleveland with the new head coach. Now, I know that the Cleveland media, oh, man, when I seen some of that stuff today, I couldn't even look at it, especially Bull. Oh, man. Listen, no matter what Andrew Berry had done as far as that coaching-wise, they wouldn't have been happy at all. You know what? I don't stop watching Cleveland media, really. If y'all don't send me the link, I won't even tap into it. I don't even watch the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show no more. I don't watch 92.3 no more because no matter what Cleveland do, they ain't going to be happy. Look at him. Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry could have hired our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. They wouldn't have been satisfied. They would probably have said, oh, Lord, they hired the Messiah. They hired Lord Jesus himself. Man, ain't he the one that gave up his life to save the world? They would say some stuff like that, man, because it goes back to Shedeur. They don't want Shedeur, y'all. The Cleveland media do not want Shedeur. Anybody but Shedeur. That's what they looking at. That's all what it is, family. Anybody but Shedeur. That's what it coming down to. But guess what? Todd Monken, it's been reported Todd Monken told him during the draft when they were with Baltimore, hey, we need to grab Shedeur. He told John Harbaugh we need to grab Shedeur. But Shedeur didn't want to go there because they had Lamar Jackson. And look how the Lord don't work. A year later, they back together. They are together a year later. You can't be God-given, man. He wanted Shedeur in Baltimore. They couldn't get him. Shedeur didn't want him. But guess what? They together now. Lawrence, $4.99. Appreciate it, Doc. If Swayzer, a 10-year-old, goodbye to him. I sort of like the hire, but there it is. The question is, why is this his first gig? 12 know the mission. Yeah. I mean, him and Jim Swartz, they the same age. I don't know what happened inside the building. I don't know if they told him he would be the head coach if they don't get Shieldhouse. I don't even know what happened there. No, Shieldhouse, they flew out there to talk to Shieldhouse, right? Something probably happened in that meeting that the owner didn't like. Shieldhouse probably told him, I want my own staff. I don't want your defensive coordinator. He probably told him that. And that's why the owner said, oh, no. And he thought Jim would stay if he go with the head coach right now. That is Todd Monken. So I like the hire. Was it my favorite? Is he a little bit too old? But hey, many of y'all have told me that Lamar Jackson was the best quarterback for the last 3 to 5 years in the NFL. Well, this the guy that coached Lamar Jackson and won him the MVP. If he can do half, I mean half, to pour in Shedeur and bring out the best in him, I'll take it and run with it. If he can do better what Kevin Stefanski did with Shedeur, I'll take it. I will take it 100%. Once again, I watched this dude in Georgia when he was coaching the University of Georgia offense. They were unstoppable. They had a running game. They ran 21 personnel, 2 running backs in the backfield. They ran a 12 personnel, 2 tight ends. This dude here can do it all. All you got to let's look at his track record. Appreciate it, Lauren. Let's look at his track record. What this dude have done now as a coach in the NFL. Y'all hit that like button for me. Right? If you just look at his resume, he telling you he's a baller. He know the game. Todd Monken is a professional football coach who is now the head coach of the Cleveland Browns in the National Football League. He previously served as an offensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens from 2023-25. He was also an offensive coordinator for the University of Georgia, Cleveland Browns, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Oklahoma State, Eastern Michigan, Baltimore Ravens, as well as the head coach for the Southern Miss Golden Eagles. His background show you that he's legit. Now, I can't understand why he ain't been a head coach either. But now, shoot, y'all see what you already know what Shedeur already know said. Shedeur said, let's go. It's time to work. My dog said, let's go. It's time to work. It's time to work. That's what Shedeur posted over there on Instagram. So I'm excited just to see what he can do. Because you never know what a person can do until they get ready to do it. Until they get ready to do it. Could they went out and got a young upcoming coach? Yeah, they could. But it is what it is. Once again, the Cleveland Browns are the Cleveland Browns. They're not going to get a big-time coach that want to go there because of their history. And I understand that. But now is the time that Andrew Berry, who is the person in charge, I don't think this is the first choice. I don't think this is higher. I think this the owner higher. I really believe that Andre Berry wanted Shedeur because he's analytic, young, and whatever, right? This hire is on Jimmy Haslam. He wanted Todd Monken. He wanted somebody he can trust and experiment. Jimmy Haslam didn't want to turn the keys over to a 30-year-old to this franchise. Even though Shedeur might have been 2 years away to be ready, that's how I am with Juju. I think Juju, the quarterback for the Colorado, is 2 years away. Not saying that he won't be a great quarterback, but I believe still he's 2 years away because he's just 18. When Juju become a junior in college, Juju gonna be the man. But right now, I'm where I am with the head coach search with Shedeur. Shedeur would have been 2 years away. But you keep hearing the owner and the GM saying they should have won more games this past year when Kevin was there, and that's why he got fired. And this upcoming year, they are expected to win the division. Who to say the Cleveland can't win this division? They got one of the top 3 defense in the conference, in the AFC, in the NFL. Only thing you got to do is fix the offensive side of the ball. If you fix that offensive line, you get better wide receivers, give Shedeur the proper reps in training camp, man, they going to cook. When you look at the division, Pittsburgh Steelers don't have their head coach no more. They starting out with a new head coach. And they don't have no quarterback. They still got Aaron Rodgers. We beat them. Cincinnati beat us. Shedeur Sanders won and beat them with Joe Burrow at quarterback. The Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens got a new head coach too. Lamar Jackson is still injured. it's going to be a dogfight between the Cleveland Browns and Baltimore Ravens to win that division. I like our chances. If Andrew Berry can sign a good free agent wide receiver to go along with one of his picks in this upcoming draft at that wide receiver and get some veteran on that offensive line, man, Todd Monken's going to eat them up. I'm telling y'all, he going to eat them. Todd Monken can coach offense, y'all. Now, I don't know about his game management for as a head coach because he never been that, and that's going to be interesting. Let's listen to some of the people who's talking about this hiring right now. Hit the like button for me. Gerard, a former NFL player who used to play with the Cleveland Browns, and also he's a sideline reporter for the Cleveland Browns. Gerard on ESPN Cleveland.
So the way I look at this, Slick, you're going to love this answer. This is a Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders signing.
In what way?
In the sense that you have a guy who obviously worked with Lamar Jackson. His prowess is offense. So that certainly helps him work with the skill set these guys bring to the table, especially Deshaun.
They fired Monken. They didn't want him to come back. Lamar didn't like Todd.
Hey,
Derrick Henry didn't like Todd.
I'm just telling you my perspective on why they hired him.
I agree 100%. It's a Lamar Jackson and a Shedeur Sanders hiring. It's exactly what, man, Jimmy Haslam told him. It ain't going to come out. Jimmy Haslam told us Shedeur Sanders is going to be the starting quarterback. Yeah, it is what it is. Jimmy Haslam, I'm going to go and tell you what it was. Listen here, if you want this job, you got to keep the defensive coordinator, and Shedeur Sanders is going to be the starting quarterback. And Deshaun Watson is going to be on this roster because of that contract for next year. Can you coach him up? Which one of y'all can coach him up? Todd Monken went in that room, had a better plan, told him what he was going to do with Shedeur, and they said, okay, we're going to go with Andrew Berry to go out here and check out Shieldhouse. If Shieldhouse don't tell me what I want to hear, Todd Monken, when this plane land in Cleveland, let's ride. Shieldhouse didn't tell the owner what he wanted to hear when it came to Shedeur, nor that coaching staff. And that's where we at right now. That's where we at right now. He told them, I can get Shedeur right. I seen the tapes. I saw y'all when y'all played me. Reason why Shedeur couldn't get off, I told my defensive coordinator, you can't let Shedeur sit back there in that pocket and throw that football because he's going to beat you. He's going to beat you just like he beat it Cincinnati. He's going to beat you just like he beat it the Pittsburgh Steelers. Todd Monken told his defensive coordinator, we got to put pressure on him. Jim Harbaugh, listen, when Baltimore played Cleveland and Shedeur went into that second half, they blitzed him every play. You don't think Todd Monken saw that? Todd Monken, one who told John Harbaugh, Todd Monken, one who told off the defense coordinator, you cannot let Shedeur sit back there in that pocket. Every snap, blitz him. So when Todd Monken came to the interview, I'm sure he told Haslam, Andrew Berry, I'm the one who told that defense coordinator, you can't let Shedeur sit back there. I watched him all through college. I'm a college coach. I coached the University of Georgia. We won national championship. I watched Shedeur at Colorado. I watched Deion Sanders, and I watched that offense. Shedeur Sanders was him then, and he's still him. That's why I told John Harbaugh we need to draft Shedeur in this round. But he just didn't want to come. I can fix Shedeur. But Andrew, you got to help me out with that offensive line. You got to get me a number one wide receiver. The Dallas Cowboys got a free agent wide receiver. Go get it. George Pickens, go get it. Ship Jerry Judy to Nupla, wherever it is. Send him somewhere up there in the sky. Send his no-catching ass somewhere up there in Jupiter. Just get me a wide receiver and draft that wide receiver from Ohio State or Arizona State. And let's ride. because I'm bringing my offensive line coach with me. News breaking. Here we go.
I'm Ian Rappaport from NFL Network. We have breaking news into the NFL Network newsroom, a.k.a. my hotel room in Mobile, Alabama, where I'm here for the Senior Bowl. And the Cleveland Browns have a new head coach. Sources tell the insiders that Todd Monken, the former Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator, is now going to be the Cleveland Browns' new head coach. Monken, obviously one of the better and highest paid coordinators in the NFL, certainly has done an exceptional job tutoring MVP Lamar Jackson, now lands in Cleveland, where quarterback work and quarterback teaching is going to be paramount. Todd Monken does have head coaching experience at the college level, was the head coach at
Once again, Todd Monken does have head coaching experience, but it was at the collegiate level, college level. Now he has a task to develop quarterbacks. Can he develop Shedeur Sanders? Yes, he can. You know he can. Can he develop Deshaun Watson? Can he get Deshaun Watson back on track to be the backup for Shedeur Sanders? Dylan Gabriel, I believe they're going to trade Dylan Gabriel. Andrew get a 5th or 7th round draft pick for Dylan Gabriel. And then later on in the round, I believe they're going to draft another quarterback. They're going to draft another quarterback to take Dylan Gabriel's spot, to be Shedeur's future backup in 2 more years. That's what they're going to do. Deshaun Watson come off the books next year. They're going to draft another quarterback in this draft that's coming up later on in the round, maybe the 5th, 7th round, to be Shedeur's backup quarterback. And the goal is, the owner goal is, not Cleveland Media goal, not Sports Talk with B. Watts goal. The goal is, be ready. Get my team ready, Andrew, for this right here. This is what that owner thinking about. Get me ready to go in right here. In 3 more years, get me ready to march in my new place. Shedeur should be a prime quarterback ready to win the Super Bowl right here when they march in this beautiful place. When they get ready to march in here, that's what Jimmy Haslam is looking at, to go in here. Get me ready. Can you got 2 years to get Shedeur ready. You got this year and next year. When I get ready to march in my new place, I'm ready to win a Super Bowl. And if it don't work, I'm going to fire all of y'all, and I'm going to get this man right here. Yeah, let's rewind this thing. I said, get my team ready for this right here. Get Shedeur, you got 2 years. Why are you out there in Paris? Yeah, you got 2 years to get ready. Because if this don't work, I'm going to fire Andrew. I'm going to fire the new head coach, and I'm going to get this dude right here. Yeah, we going in that stadium on fire. I got to sell them tickets. I got to be the most talked about football team in the world with Shedeur. Hollywood, Pro Bowler, Shedeur Sanders. Todd Monken, you got 2 years to get this right, buddy. If you don't watch it, you might just have one. If you ain't careful, you just might have just one. Because I already know what I got in 12. He a Pro Bowler. He's a Pro Bowler. Let that sink in with you. Todd Monken, can you get my Pro Bowl quarterback ready to win the division this year? Can you get it ready? Can you get Shedeur ready? Can you get my golden goose ready? I know what I got. I ain't looking at him just for nothing. I ain't looking at Shedeur. I ain't going to say a word. I'm just going to look at it. Shedeur, are you really the person who you say you are? Are you really legendary? That's how he's looking at it. Are you really legendary? Can you change my franchise like you say you could? Or you just shooting me smoke? Shedeur, are you the one? Are you the one? that can change my franchise. I've been losing ever since I've been the owner. I've been losing ever since I've been the owner. But I see you winning off the field. You're in Paris. You're the most top Google person on the internet for the last year. Talk to me, Shedeur. I just need you to bring my brother on in. Can you get Shiloh? I got you, boy. But you got to go out there and show me. You got to show me. I need to see the receipts.
You the one, Big Daddy. Final mob boss. Ain't have nothing else, bro. They got me over here looking like TDJs. The magician coat. Bro, this is not a magician coat. You lucky I just have nothing to say. Send on my coat, bro. You see? Look. You messing up my swag. Watch out.
Brother, that coat too long.
Hey, bro, you act like I made it, bro.
That coat was made for Shaq. You finna create magic.
And you not about to wear your shades?
We both not wearing shades, brother.
Not?
No. Who need to wear the shades?
You wearing the shades, brother.
You need the shades.
Thank you, brother. If you wear the shades, you gonna look like security. Him in his own thoughts, he gonna think about, do I look like security?
Nigga, security don't wear shades, bro. My security look like you. Don't try to convince me to take my glasses off, fuck, nigga.
You guys can both wear glasses.
Oh my God.
He don't like being brothers to that extent.
We both can't, it's one or the other.
Once again, Todd Monken. I got a Pro Bowl quarterback. He's a celebrity. Can you develop Shedeur Sanders? And I guarantee you, he went in there with a better plan than Jim, the defensive coordinator, talking about Shedeur Sanders. He went in there with a better plan in developing Shedeur Sanders than any other candidate that interviewed for this job. He said the things that their owner wanted to hear, even though Andrew Berry was in charge and his guy was Udemski and Shieldhouse. The owner said, I'm going with this guy because he talking like I want to hear. He identified, as Uncle Steve say, he identified somebody that talked his language. Todd Monken talked that owner language. The other two young guys, they talk that analytics, Andrew Berry language. And who make the final decision? Shit, who you think? The man with the check, the man with the money. Once again, if you listen to the wrong people, they'll try to persuade you, say, hey, I don't like this guy. You might not like this guy. But guess what? They got the right one. That's all that matters to me. They got the right one who can develop a quarterback. Do you think Jim could have developed a quarterback? You think Todd Monken would still accept that job if Jim had got the head coaching job? Jim didn't know no offensive coordinator. That's why they roll with Todd Monken. He's an offensive coordinator. He will find a defensive coordinator if Jim don't want to stay on. Myles Garrett up on a contract. He ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. Denzel, the cornerback, out there in Paris with Shedeur, ain't going nowhere. Where Jim gonna go and find a defense like that? Unless he go to Houston. They the only team got a better defense than Cleveland. They're the only team that got a better defense than the Cleveland Browns. Where he gonna go? Where he gonna go? Put your pride away, Jim. Put your pride away. And come on back and help Todd Monken to be the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Put your pride away. I know it's hard. I know it's rough. I've been overlooked on jobs before. I've been in that place. I know how I feel, but I had to suck it up. Because guess what? All you got to do is go to sleep. Go to sleep and wake up. It's a new day. If that don't heal you, go to sleep again. Wake up and see how you feel. Perfect example. In life, you're going to have some disappointments. I don't have my share of disappointment. When I was married, I got caught cheating. I got them divorce papers served on me. I had to pay child support. But my grandmama told me, just lay down and go to sleep. And if God wake you up, just continue to lay down and go to sleep. Them days will wear off. Yeah. By the time you continue to lay down and go to sleep and just wake up, them years gonna be gone. Well, guess what? 2 years ago, them years went away. I don't pay no more child support. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. If you can lay down and go to sleep and God wake you up in the morning, you'll forget about all that stuff. Jim just need to lay down and go to sleep and pray to God that he get waking up in the morning. He'll be all right. Just lay down and go to sleep. There's some more jobs that may come along. And just in case it don't, just be happy. Just be satisfied that you got this far. That you got this far. No person is bigger than the team. No one person is bigger than the team. No one person. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you watching another edition of Sports Talk with B. Watts. I appreciate y'all tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night, we got JR Box and Greg Said It. And I want to thank everybody who tuned in last night to Miss Kimberly, a.k.a. and RDRD, along with Uncle Steve. They did a good show. I really enjoyed the show. Me and my daughter came to see me today. We sat down and watched the replay, and she said, wow, they good. I said, yeah, they good. They were really good. They really good. So shout out to them. If you haven't a chance to check out the show, please go by and check it out. Hit that like button on and leave a comment in the comment section. All right? All right, family. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all are the ones who make this broadcast work. You do. Y'all here faithfully every night. Whenever I reach out to you, say, hey, can you step in for me? Y'all always do. Like I always told you, I made a vow with God last year. I don't want this show just to be about me. Yeah, B. Watts, go get G. Bush. I understand G. Bush. B. Watts, go get the other content creator like you used to do it. Yeah, but I got some people in the chat just as good as they do. I mean, I got some people in the chat. Kimberly, a.k.a. RDRD, Miss Phyllis Smith, Reverend Nels. They do just as good as they do. They support me. They support me. So, hey, why I can't bring them up and let them do what they do? They're going to say the same thing. They're going to be in a different way, different meaning. That's why I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the ones that step out on that limb, out on faith, and come and support Sports Talk with B. Watts. Never about me. Yeah, I wanted to be about Uncle Steve, JR, Greg, RDRD. I love CC. She always handle the chat when she's available. Miss Phyllis Smith. I want to be about them. I did TV for 20 years. Me and Pastor Edua Smith. I get that. I get what's coming with. But hey, anytime I can hit Reverend Nell and say, hey, Rev, come on up. Are you available? Chime in. Let the people know what you think about this, what we talking about. I don't have Wayne Hood up here. I don't have A1 Sport, Lil Bucket. I have them all up here. It ain't about me. It ain't about me. I don't have Cody. Colin Moe. I don't have him up here from his broadcast. I don't have Duke the Scoop. I don't have the DNVR Scoop. I don't have Uncle Neely up here. You know, once again, it ain't about me. I just try to bring a different flavor, different type of message, and let you be the judge of what you want to hear and receive. Everybody got a different message. They just bring it to you in a different way. And you should be blessed with that. All right? So we here to support Shedeur Sundays always. Don't ever get that twisted. If I bring up Law Dog or Alpha Root, they might have a different opinion about the topic that what I'm talking about. And that's okay. They might tell you something that you never knew. But don't get it twisted. I'm pro Shedeur. I'm pro Deion Sanders. I'm pro Shiloh. And I'm pro Well Off Me. Don't ever get that part twisted. Ever. 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 And I love Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. That's the main one. Rock with it, roll with it. Ever since I've been little that I can remember. That's me. That's me. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate everything that you do for Sports Talk with B-Watts. I thank you for the Cash App, Super Chats, and the membership. If you have done all of that, I appreciate it. I even appreciate you for your likes, your comments. Even if you don't do either one of those and you just want to sit here and watch and listen, thumbs up to you. I appreciate you. We all appreciate y'all. All right? Okay? Don't ever think I'm just here just to do something for some money. It ain't never about that. I'm here because I want to do it. God has allowed me to do it. I know my mission. I know my purpose. All right? You ain't got to send me a dime. We still going to ride. We still going to roll for Coach Prime and the Colorado football team and Shedeur Sanders and Shiloh. You can better believe that. All right? Until tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. And tomorrow at 11, I'll drop a video, drop one at 5. I'll be back, all right? All right. Love y'all. Good night. And always remember, if you be good to God, God will be good to you. I promise you that. He ain't never let me down. He might not have came when I want him to. But baby, yeah, he was right on time. Good night. Thank y'all. Blessings. Yes, Lord. It's another day journey. It's another day journey.